This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
I pity the fool that don't listen to SGPN. Let it ride, brother. Arrgh.
Long Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
It's October, Sean. I thought it's called March Madness.
Yeah. Well, it's technically going to be November Madness as we got some games tipping off Monday and Tuesday. The college basketball season is back. And who better to chop it up with than the host of the College Basketball Experience, Colby Dant, aka Pig Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Oh God! Finally got through this. Let's go. We got guys. I know, Sean, your wish finally came true. Sister Jean's gone. But
how dare you, Colby? How dare you?
College basketball.
We have to go back and find the original clip where I go and hey, Sister Jean isn't going to be around forever. Maybe she's going to pass and they're going to go on a run inspired by her. Oh, how dare you? Meanwhile, she outlived
Are
a
you
lot
trying
of
to walk back your death predictions?
Well, yeah, I did predict she would die. Newsflash, Ryan, we're all going to die. Sister Jean outlived us all. Well, a lot of us. And shout out to you, Sister Jean. I blame the school working her to death. And she retired. 1 week later, she's gone, making her work till the very end.
All I know is he buttered that up a little bit, Kramer, didn't he? Say, "Oh no, I gave her a long life, but yeah.
We got this. I got the sister. We have the Sister Jean bobblehead. I took it away off the desk. It's
you're doing some fucking voodoo over there or what? What are you doing? You probably broke that thing and then a day later she died, right?
You ever seen Weekend at Bernie's?
Colby's yeah. Maybe that's what they need to go on a March Madness run. Turns out she was alive a whole log. Just rolling her chair from venue to venue.
No, Weekend at Bernie's 3 is Bernie, a different Bernie who lives in Chicago and has this aunt, Sister Jean. They roll around, and she hasn't been alive for years. The university couldn't take it, so they just kept the idea of her alive. That was a paid actor.
Young kids probably don't understand. They go, "What was the '80s like?" Well, we made multiple Weekend at Bernie's. There was not only did they make one, but they're like, "Yeah, this is a great idea for a movie." Dragging this dead guy around. How does it? I can't remember the plot of Weekend at Bernie's 2, but does their boss die again? How do they get away with dragging a dead body?
They're in Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
And first off, Sean, don't let anybody give you shit about that statement that you just had right there, because they'll say Weekend at Bernie's 2 was in '93. The '80s ended in '93. So
yeah, you're right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If you go through it musically, it made it to '93. Art wise, made it to '93.
Yeah. No, it's
I feel like we might need to look into this now. Now that I'm thinking about it,
there's more questions than answers. I've had this pegged for fucking decades.
Well, it's to Colby's point. Like,
not the '80s. Sister Jean being a real life Weekend at Bernie's.
100%. She died. I mean, when we were talking about her, she had passed away. You guys, it just took you and the rest of the mainstream media 8 years to recognize it.
I see what's going on here.
So we got some college basketball, Colby. What are the big storylines going into college basketball for the TMZ fans that they should be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be I would say it's it's crazier than it's ever been. If they just so there's Europeans on every. So the NCAA overturned a rule saying if you
so basically G League guys and pro international guys.
Yeah, and that. Oh boy! Like if like I was at ACC Media Days, it was like every single roster has multiple European players. I mean, the Illinois basketball team, I feel like is just a fucking mix of world players. UT Martin, similar stuff. I mean, there is a slew of teams, and which should make it. I find it captivating in a way to see if this can work. I would expect basketball to be stronger, the sport, as far as like just having that many older players playing basketball. But at the same time, I mean, you've seen Izzo and Kelvin Sampson on their high horse. You know,
yeah, until they find a prospect that they need. These college coaches are hilarious. I saw Izzo saying, "Hey, he thought it was bullshit," which I guess I kind of agree. I respect Tom Izzo's opinion, but these guys instantly become hypocrites when they need a guy. So they're gonna. It's the same thing with paying players or transfer portal. They'll complain about it, but when they need the guy, they need the guy.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Izzo doesn't really use the portal that much, so I think he's got a little more credibility there. I mean, I feel like Sampson uses the portal a little more, but they're still kind of culture environments. But yeah, I did ask this to several coaches, being like, "Well, I guess we got to get with it. We just didn't know." I think the problem was they didn't know the G League was a thing. Like they didn't know that could be. Whereas the European player that was okayed, so they were all grabbing Europe. So it's fair. I think the frustration came when they just didn't know they didn't know they could do that with a guy that had been in the G League. So they just don't know the rules to a certain extent. And I think that's the frustration, is saying we don't know the rules. But also, I asked Randy Bennett this, and a lot of coaches have voiced this. Like there should be a fucking age limit at some point. You know what I mean?
Now next thing you know, you're gonna want Pavia out of college football because he's too old.
No, I think I'm pretty lenient with how long you can stay in college.
Well, what's your age limit then?
To me,
this is easy. It's easy. It's like car insurance. 25.
25. 25. You're finally an adult.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All right. 24, super senior. That's fine. But 25, you're too old.
The only way you get past that, to me, is if you've had injuries out for the season. You know what I mean? Like if you're just showing up like Mac back to school, you know what I mean? Like then
Mac should be eligible. They should make a roster exception for Mac. Mac can get you a couple minutes in the low paint.
Yeah, but guys, let me tell you, man, as previewing a shit ton of these teams and talking and going through the rosters and stuff, I find it harder than ever to forecast these teams. I mean, like every single team's got 10 guys that are new. Half of these are from European leagues or Australia or something, where you're like, I don't even know. The stat looks great. You'll see like, hey, this guy was in Bolivia. He averaged 30 a game, but I don't even know the league they're referring to in Bolivia, and I'm not even educated on it. So you're just, it's absolutely fucking taboo. But I'll tell you this, I did feel that, cause I was at the media days before with basketball. I felt there was an urgency this season that I hadn't seen ever before, as far as like, I think all these, with college sports, with the way it's changed so much with realignment and everything, I could really sense an urgency from every school, really, minus like your academies, that they need to perform and they need to win. Whereas before, I kind of felt like they were just like, yeah, we could be all right. Like I felt like there was a pressure in
everyone's on the hot seat.
Well, I think the sport is changing. College sports is changing so radically, so fast that I think they now know, like, Will Wade or NC State would say, no, we need to win. We don't want to be left behind. This thing is moving, and we have to win this year. We have to win all of our bye games. Like many coaches talked about this with much more of an urgency than I've ever seen before.
It's interesting, right? The irony of the situation is this race to be the best is probably going to have some negative impact on the sport. As we churn through coaches, I mean, we're going to see this in football eventually. If we just keep churning through these coaches and firing someone after one bad year, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, especially there is an element of assimilating grown ass men and kids too. With like that, it's going to be, a lot of these guys aren't the best coaches. They're recruiters.
Yeah.
So chemistry building isn't in their forte.
Shout out to
oh yeah, I mean, like you've also got teams that like BYU went out and bought the top recruit in the nation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like this is like it's a very interesting time. probably more so than ever. And I don't know that it's for the best, but we'll see long term. But I will say I've never been more captivated from college sports in general, but mainly the revenue sports than ever before with this just everyone going all in on the revenue sports and everyone having different strategies. Like I said, Illinois got a team that's basically an entire pros from overseas.
Shout out to Cannabis Capper in the chat saying weekend at Bernie's 4 idea. A key player dies, but his teammates have to make it look like he's still alive for the semester. I think you could turn this great idea, Cannabis Capper. I think you could turn this into like an NIL deal where, maybe he had some NIL money and they need it. And so they're still, he's showing up at his appearances.
Yeah. He's got to collect the check.
Yeah. So he's got to get a certain number of minutes. He's got like a local car dealership and they get like the sports car so they can still have it for the semester. This is a great idea, Cannabis Capper. Love it.
I would also imagine that this will inherently create an easier path for them to expand the tournament, because the best basketball is never going to be played at the beginning of the year. Now, every team is brand new. You're probably going to have a lot less of these teams where it's like we're returning 5 starters. So I would imagine then the benefit of having additional teams in the tournament would be, well, everyone's kind of crescendoing towards the end of the season. The catch is that if everyone's on a 1-year contract and you're firing coaches and players are just transferring, you have the quit factor. And how many teams just decide to put it? I think they have to legislate the age, and I think they also have to figure out the transfer window / I think there has to be some sort of punitive element to transferring, whether the team having to pay a transfer fee to the other team or the player have to, there has to be something there. Otherwise, I don't know how football is crazy enough, but basketball, if every team is brand new every year, I'd imagine you'd have a shitload of teams quitting halfway through the year.
Shout out to Moneyline Mac checking in.
What's he up to? Is he on campus?
He said the pisser line was long. Had to check in and shout out the chat. Back to work. Enjoy your night, everyone. Shout out to Mac School, just living the dream there.
Do you have as an adult, Colby? Do you have any concerns about Mac yet? Any behavior that is he missing work?
He did show. I did jump into the end of the college basketball experience episode earlier, and then he was explaining to me how he's going to build. I think actually right now he's Bill Belichick at a Halloween party.
Halloween's a big time for Mac.
I think Halloween's a big time for anyone trying to get laid.
Well, and if he's going as if he's going as Bill Belichick, you got to bring the Bill Blue Chew with you there. Like,
well, the
Bill Belichick costume is very easy. You just cut up a hoodie and you put your arm around a young girl.
Well, that depends. That depends, because remember Belichick dressed up as that.
The fisherman with the mermaid.
The fisherman. Maybe you do that. Maybe he's got.
You gotta go of like early 2000s Belichick, not old pussy whip Belichick. Like, no one wants to see that Belichick at a Halloween.
I think you just go take some blue pills and just walk around with a boner. That's really what Belichick wants to do. That's why he wants the red pants.
But hold on, going back to your conversation though, man, I do think it's more open than ever. Like, seeing that, I think what I find captivating is seeing all the different strategies, but from team to team. That was it's much more drastic from team to team than I've ever seen before. So,
Colby, to your point, and I will toss this out. I was discussing this with Kramer, little long shot future that I'm going to be putting down at the Circa tomorrow night before we do our show. And Kramer reminded me, Chris Beard is coaching Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 95-1 to win it all. What do you think about that long shot
come down
championship? Yeah, I think it was probably like 150. I know our buddy
200.
I know our buddy Matt Humans had 200-1. I should probably shop around, but Circa's still at 100-1. I'm going to be in on it. Colby, is that crazy?
No, I mean, look, I'd be curious if you looked at the year he took Texas Tech to the Natty and the year that they probably should have won it. If Virginia doesn't make that crazy shot in the corner, they were probably something similar. But I mean, I do think that Texas Tech team. Now, maybe this is hindsight after you see the season, it seemed like they're a little bit more talented on paper, but Chris Beard's a great coach, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit. And with it being this open, no one had Florida winning the national championship last year. So I mean, that's part of what makes this era so great. Is it seems like, the teams with a lot of youth, have really struggled over the past couple of years. I know Duke got to the Final Four. That's probably the team that went the furthest last year, or really in the past 5 years that are that young. So yeah, I mean, Beard's team's I think a little bit older, so it wouldn't shock me one bit. Why not go in? Another thing, guys, is the rule changes this year. We have it's interesting. You have a challenge now. So instead of them going to the replay a bunch of times, the coach has a challenge. Here's how it works. If you get the challenge right, you keep your challenge for a challenge later in the game. If you get it wrong, you burn your timeout. So they're trying to make.
Seems like they copied that from the NFL. It's a good system.
Well, but basketball reviewed so much in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was sport. Crazy.
But here's what's interesting, man, is I asked a bunch of coaches, like, how do they plan to is there a strategy that they plan to use with this? And it seems like all of them are kind of like uncertain of how they're going to use this. Do you keep it within for the final 20 seconds? But then a lot of the coaches, like I said, Randy Bennett was like, well, I want to make sure I use it then, because that could be a bucket. That could be 2 points on a goaltending that you could then have if you never used it throughout the whole game. So
I think they're
to see how it works.
I think they're probably overthinking it. Like, I don't think there's going to be much strategy to it. I think when there's a bad call, they're going to challenge, and that's going to be that.
Because I think you want to save it, because if you get it wrong, what happens if it's a goaltender or an out of bounds or the ball tips? I think you kind of want it in the final couple minutes, right?
If it was me, I agree with you. I'm telling you what these coaches are going to do.
Yeah, I mean, what they do in the NBA is they try and hold on to it. But to your point, like when they see something that really pisses them off, they will just burn it.
They're coaches that they're irrational and they're petulant children.
They'll figure it out though. So
I mean, it's better than the previous system.
Yeah,
good progress.
All right. Hey, of course, as always, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Get you locked and loaded on some college basketball hoops madness. Score 100% bet back bonus up to $500.
Colby, exit and rejoin. We're getting a small echo from you.
MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Everyone's in a preseason form right now. We got to update. We got to get a college basketball graphic here going, Kramer, for our college basketball picks. But of course, you can bet on
it's NFL season.
NFL, college football, NBA, NHL. We got podcasts for all of them. Subscribe to the SGPN feed. And of course, toss us a bone. Sign up over MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig. If you're saying, hey, I'm in Texas, I'm going to get in on these games, head over to Novig. Download the Novig app, spend $5, get $50 when you use the promo code SGPN. Download Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market, available in Florida, Texas, California, 35 plus states. I think even maybe Canada. Don't quote me on that. Download the Novig app today and use the promo code SGPN.
The 51st state.
Yeah. Remember there was talk of us annexing Canada?
Whatever. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh no, he got his Ryan. That was probably the echo.
Was that it?
Colby was getting his scuba suit out, ready to go deep, and perfect transition because the first game, people are calling it must-watch TV.
Those people are not me. Maybe Colby. I did walk. There was I had to run out real quick before the show, and then I came back to a pre-show meeting where there were games being axed off the sheet. Yep. I didn't know if that was did Colby do something wrong or
just we don't need to talk about every game.
Well, it looks like Queens versus Winthrop.
That made the cut.
The cut on again. We're starting with Colby. This is Monday.
This is Monday I believe it's at 5 a.m. your time, and I will be there.
Ooh, the game's at 5 a.m. Rock Hill, South Carolina. This is some sort of preseason.
Wait, is this really at 8 a.m.
Yes.
East Coast time?
Yes. Field of 68 doing the tournament. It's fantastic.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, there's 3 games and they're all overlapping pretty much. I know there's a little bit of a break in between the third game and the second and the third game, but yeah, and this is on Winthrop is the local team, I guess you would say. So it's interesting because shout out to them doing these preseason tournaments. Shout out to day basketball. We've been lobbying this for forever.
Love it.
So the more of this, the better. I was going to also key in on, I thought the scheduling is a lot better in November than it's ever been. You might not see it particularly on this slate, but in general, I think it's the best it's been, probably in my lifetime. On
that note, Queens versus Winthrop, Winthrop laying 3. Are these real numbers, Colby?
No, there's 3 games with real numbers. This is not real. This is one.
So this
concocted.
Yeah. So you originated this.
Yes.
Wow. College basketball originator, Colby Dant.
Well,
all right, take it away, Colby. Why are we talking about it? How did this game make the cut?
Well, because it's a solo game and people out there in Vegas might be able to stay up to that 5 a.m. tip. Just
5 a.m. on a Monday, Sean. This is diabolical.
Sunday night football goes late. You want to get a little extra action? I can see it.
Now, Queens is interesting because I believe a couple weeks ago their school is going to merge, but I don't think it's affecting the basketball team this year. But I believe they're
merge with what?
Hold on. Who was it? Was it they're merging
the carpool lane?
I think it's Greensboro. I think it's UNC Greensboro. But who we'll talk about actually later on in the show. But Queens returns a lot of production for Grant Leonard's bunch. Once again, one of the things that is great also that we forgot to mention is the JUCOs. Like Diego Pavia was able to successfully sue. Well, Queens has a couple of 6-year JUCOs that could make a big difference. They were with the team last year, but I'm saying the fact that they played in JUCO helps them is basically they got older. Some of them they didn't think they would be on their roster. So they returned 4 of 5, in their starting front court. Meanwhile, Winthrop with Mark Prosser, they went out and basically got a team from all over. So I know they're home, but give me the continuity.
Oh, this is easy.
Here. Give me the continuity in game 1. Give me Queens.
You're crazy.
Oh, obviously, yeah. This is great. I'm with Colby. And by the way, I didn't even consider the Pavia rule being applied to basketball. That's going to be crazy. There's a lot more junior colleges in basketball. If that applies in basketball, we're going to have some serious grown man. Like it's going to be funny. We're going to have like a ton of bald dudes playing college basketball.
What's wrong with bald dudes?
Nothing, but it's college basketball.
So wait, Colby, I think this number should be 6. Winthrop's a much better team. You guys are crazy. 3 is way too short. Give me Winthrop here at home. Oh, and we have some inside info. Colby, make sure you bring plenty of dollar bills as the vending machines there don't take quarters. So just the inside tip.
No, he's right. And also I hate always hit the water fountain before halftime because it gets packed right around halftime.
Or get your orange slices early.
All right. So, and again, these numbers have been originated by Colby. It seems like he's given himself a bad Queens number to make it difficult.
Yes,
I like that.
100%.
I like that. I'm with him though. Take the continuity. Easy handicap. 8 a.m. I like this cornering the early Monday for a basketball tournament is very diabolical. I guess we'll have to bet on it, Sean. Bradley,
yeah, come on.
St. Bonaventure. We're still in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Bradley -2.5. Colby.
I will be at this game, guys. I'll let you know how.
So you're gonna stay?
Of course, all day, dude, all day. I'll let you know how the Mr. Goodbar is at halftime between the first game and the second.
You get a coffee and donut. You just post up there all day.
I mean, yeah,
it's beautiful. What's more American than that? You guys know, historically, I'm a Bradley Brave through and through. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like this is, since the days of Hersey Hawkins, Sean, and I know that's near and dear to your heart as a Sixer fan.
Yes.
But look, they return a bunch. They went out in the transfer portal, brought in AJ Smith from JMU, and Brian Wordle is just, to me, they're always going to be tough defensively, and that to me is what I like. It travels well. The Bonnies Mark Schmidt's coaching style a little bit different. I would say they kind of like to get it going up tempo with offense and stuff. So I'm laying the 2.5 with Bradley here, but kind of fascinated by this game because it's definitely like contrast in styles.
Do you know what the Bradley Braves mascot is, Sean?
It's some sort of gargoyle.
It's a gargoyle named Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Kaboom was the 2019 mascot national champion.
Way back in the day, there was this. His name was Richie the Sea. Colby, I don't know if you remember him back in stand-up. He was very horrible. He would tell these really bad jokes, and after the punchline, he goes kaboom, and that he would just do it
like the hamburger guy.
Yeah, well, almost as funny as the hamburger guy. Also, quick sidebar: just Google stand-up comedian hamburger. He's a comedian who does his catchphrase is hamburger, hamburger, hamburger. So I was driving my car down the road and like he would just do his normal act, but it would just keep saying hamburger a number of times.
I don't quite understand the appeal.
You can get lost in it.
It's missing me a little bit.
I'm with Colby. I think Bradley is the play here, laying the short number. Bonnie's. What are you saying, Colby?
No, I'm just Schmidt brought in like so many transfers. They got like 6 transfers that are coming in that are projected to play major minutes. They got DeSante Bowen back at the point spot, but I just think the continuity is what you trust early in November here. So give me those Bradley Braves.
Yeah, I agree, and especially if the Bonnies, if they got an up tempo thing, I think that's tough to get going early here, especially early tip. They're not gonna, these college kids aren't going to be running around in the morning, early afternoon. Give me Bradley. No, come on.
I'm also on Bradley. Kaboom, named after what the play-by-play announcer Dave Snell says during a slam dunk. Kaboom. They named it in 2014. What is this nonsense?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Apparently, there's a gargoyle on one of the buildings on campus, which means we all know what that means.
Oh, we already got updated real numbers.
What?
Where are you grabbing that from, Kenneth?
Ken is in the chat saying I've seen Winthrop laying 5 and Bradley laying 1.5.
Should I actually look to stop? So we stop embarrassing
I'm going to stay with my Winthrop laying 3. I think that was a sharp play by me.
You're going to keep the number that Colby made up.
All right, fine. You guys want now, but now
I'm looking for real numbers.
Okay.
I'm not going to trust just some schmuck in the chat. No offense.
How dare you say that about Ken?
For a long time.
No offense, but he's just a schmuck for the chat. Yeah, I don't see any numbers. Maybe he's. I see no numbers yet. We can circle back.
Okay.
But we can use his numbers if you're are you vouching for him, Colby?
I mean, he knows his shit. He's a loyal listener, guys. This isn't one of your like fucking just new. Hey, met you, saw you guys on VSiN. All right, this guy's been through the years, man.
I mean, all right. It doesn't change my opinion. I'll happily take 2 extra points with Winthrop.
All right, we're officially moving Winthrop to -5. I still think
now the slides are all wrong. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Colby's face is turning red in his scuba suit there, and Noah's in here chirping, making fun of the show.
Oh no, Noah's in here.
Yeah,
the Noah. That is diabolical. All right, moving along. Nothing to see here. We did just learn about a gargoyle. High Point, Furman. This is the 3rd game. So, Colby, do you have plans? Because the 8 a.m. game is probably going to end by 10:30, 11, and the next game doesn't start till 3:30 p.m. here on the West Coast, 6:30 local time. Probably need to get some food, maybe have a cocktail. High Point is laying 4, maybe, against Furman here.
Noah clarified his statement saying Bonnie is a TMZ program because of Woj. Woj, of course. Who Colby was unaware of as an NBA analyst. He is Woj.
Well, he's the guy who pioneered the move back to college that Mac now has taken on a year later.
Yeah, he stole it from Woj. I tried to get Colby. I bid when they were doing like their charity for NIL. I tried to get.
Yeah.
I bid I think it was $100 to have Woj do a Zoom call with Colby, and I don't know, for whatever reason it didn't work out. They didn't. Well, they didn't end up needing the $100.
The only Woj I know is the former Duke point guard in the '90s that slapped the floor like a million times. former Marquette coach.
Colby. Again, we cut games, but somehow we're talking High Point and Furman.
Well, this is still Rock Hill, South Carolina.
I know.
If you want to come out and catch good basketball, High Point spends, guys. You look at this team. Flynn Clayman, longtime assistant, played at Colorado State and stuff, getting his first shot at being a head coach, man. And this is one where the portal might actually pay off because they went out and got a bunch of good guys. I mean, you look at the roster; it's like eight of their top 10 players are transfers coming in. And they brought back Chase Johnson, which I'm assuming was just the money. Hey, I know these other schools are offering you money. Come back and play for us. And meanwhile, Furman, Bob Ritchie, great coach historically, but man, this is the one where I'm going to fade the returning production. I think High Point spends. I think spending gets you better talent, and better talent should be able to beat out Bob Ritchie, who's only brought in one transfer. He doesn't believe in that bullshit. But at the same time, I believe in I believe in just you spend the money. Normally that works out more times than not. So give me a High Point here in Rock Hill, and come on out. Meet you at the vending machine, guys.
It sounds like he's promoting like a local wrestling ring. I'll see you at the Stable Arena Monday, where I'm going to put Hacksaw Jim Duggan into a headlock. I'm a believer. Money talks, bullshit walks here. Although I think my model has this High Point closer to 3.5, but it's on a neutral. It's early. I will give the edge to High Point late in the 4.
Who has the crowd here, Colby?
I would have. That's a good question.
Furman travels.
Yeah, I don't know, but High Point's not far away. I mean,
they're both about the same distance.
So I High Point spends more money, which I think the fan base is probably more excited because of that. Give me High Point to have the crowd, but I'll let you know, guys. At 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., check your phones. When I'm there early, I'll tag you guys. So wake up early, Sean.
I can't wait to wake up to some content from Colby watching basketball at 5 a.m. our time.
Oh yeah,
I will not be getting up early. And you know what? give me Furman.
Oh wow, going out Furman Island by Kramer.
Yeah, someone had to be different.
Okay.
I think Furman has the crowd. I was trying to set Colby up. He didn't take the bait. Colgate, Michigan State. What's going on, Colby?
It's getting hot in the scuba suit.
Colgate, Michigan State in East Lansing, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Michigan State laying 25.5. And he is you were talking earlier about him having an issue with some of the new stuff in college basketball. He is the college basketball Dabo Sweeney. Right. He's just a crotchety old guy who's stuck in his ways. Has had some success. Izzo probably a little bit more, but Colby.
Well, look, Colgate. Matt Langle. He doesn't believe in the current state of college basketball either. He brought in one transfer, and that was Ben Tweedy, smoking that Tweedy from Green Bay.
He's smoking my weed.
He got one of Gottlieb's guys. He was like, "Please take me, sir. Let me get out of here. Let me get fucking out of here." They also have Kyle Carlissimo. Oh yes. But yeah, look, Colgate is Colgate. Last year they kind of fell off because they were young. They return a bunch of production now. I can see the backdoor cut from here, guys. Michigan State is Michigan State. They rarely use the portal. They brought in Trey Fort from Samford and a couple other guys on the bench. They got Jeremy Tears for Fears at point guard, who I think will step up a lot this season. Yeah, the staples are sharp, as you know.
No, Colgate's always been a thorn in the side of Lehigh in the Patriot League. They keep a good program.
It's a big number.
25.5, way too high. Michigan State, they're going to win by like 17, 18. They don't care about blowing out Colgate game 1. Colby, what are you taking Michigan State?
No. I will take the 25.5, but I am a little nervous about the athletic edge that Michigan State has.
You think they have better athletes than Colgate?
Well, here's the thing. Colgate over the years, I remember Alan Cooley sweating his ass off with Tennessee, Colgate in overtime in Vegas. Opening round was at a 215.
Oh yes.
But Colgate, I feel like you got to play to that level throughout the season. Coming in cold, I feel like the chemistry is something that you really got to work out as the season goes along. But 25.5, I think Izzo takes his foot off the gas because out of respect, he knows they barely use the portal, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I like that. I'll put you guys on the schedule." Sparty wins by 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Colgate can keep this respectable. Kramer.
I mean, they opened the season last year against Monmouth, who was a little bit lower ranked in Ken Palm compared to where Colgate is, and they won 81-57. Which
JMU beat them though in East Lansing, I believe, the year before to open the season.
That's exactly where I was getting to. They would have covered the number last year, would have lost outright. I don't know if we sprinkle the money line. So yeah, let's take the points. Nothing like holding on to a 25.5, sweating it down the stretch for some early season college basketball. Are they playing this on an aircraft carrier, or this is in their normal stadium?
Aircraft carrier. Okay. And I apologize,
really?
Sean, for not putting Lehigh Houston on, but that spread was a little too high.
I did see that. I like Lehigh. What is it, like 30?
I think it's 30 or something.
Yeah, come on. They're gonna hang around. I gotta get my Lehigh jersey, and I'm proud that I have the staple sound effect loaded up. Kramer, so sorry, you're taking Colgate.
Oh, you have to. Again, that the thesis of looking at the previous games was that Michigan State's not going to throttle anyone.
No, I'm going to look for my Lehigh jersey. Keep going.
Okay. Next up, Sean really likes this Lehigh jersey. Although the year they played, why do I think that the year they played Duke, Sean was on Duke? I have a memory of that.
Oh my god, Arizona, fucking disgusting. All that talk, and he was on Duke that day.
Arizona. I mean that. Yeah. What I feel like it was almost like the game was happening as we were landing. Arizona, Florida. This one's in
Nevada, by the way. William Hill.
Yeah.
William Hill, I think, has them.
Where this is in Vegas. What venue?
Ooh, that's a good question. What is that? I want to say it was the team. Is it T-Mobile? I think it's T-Mobile.
Oh, so they're in the big arena.
Hang on, let me make sure. No,
that would make sense for Arizona, Florida. I doubt they would play that in one of the smaller venues. Florida laying 3.5.
We have, what time is this game at again?
This game's at 4 p.m. local time in Vegas.
So 7. Okay, it's a 7:00 tip over here. This is
what are you looking
played.
for?
I was looking at what venue. It is T-Mobile. I was right. Yeah. So this is a very interesting game, mainly because Todd Golden, reigning national champs. Can they avoid the hangover? They go out, they get Xavier Lee from Princeton, who balled out for the Tigers, and then obviously Boogie Flan from Arkansas, John Calipari. They thought he was going to go pro. He comes back, goes to Florida. Those are two big things. They return Alex Condon. Remember, he was injured a season ago. A lot of people think they could repeat potentially. So I know they lose Walter Clayton and Elijah Martin and a few other guys, but then they're taking on Arizona. You got to assume Arizona will have the crowd. They travel well, especially Tucson to Vegas is a quick little flight. And Tommy Lloyd is great in the regular season, but this is one of those teams, man. You look and he's got 5 stars. He's got guys from Germany. He's got guys from all Sudan. Jaden Bradley's back, and I'm excited about that. But you know what? I will call for Tommy Lloyd's a regular season guy, man. He's a regular season guy. This is a real line, by the way. This one is out there on DK right now. Florida laying 3.5. The over under 159.5. But I'm going to go Arizona to get over the Florida hangover. Florida I feel like having to mesh and expectations that you just won a national championship.
Yeah, it's a hangover.
Yeah. And I think
hangover in Vegas, that's never going to work. I'm with you. Give me Arizona. I think they're live on the money line as well. Florida, you just won the championship. A lot of dumping of the Gatorade, and Arizona's got this game circled. This is a massive get up spot in the neutral.
They're returning to this logo. So I mean,
you buried the lead,
there.
Colby.
Yeah, that just returning to that logo is half the battle right there.
I could not find my Lehigh jersey, but I did find
Teen Wolf. Is that a Teen Wolf jersey right there?
You nailed it, Colby. This is a Teen Wolf jersey from the Beavers, 42.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Where did you score that? Where'd you score that prize piece at?
Those like random Chinese jersey places will just make a jersey. I have a Bobby Boucher Waterboy jersey in there as well.
That one's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's a fire.
It's fun to walk around Vegas in a Bobby Boucher Waterboy jersey. You have some fun conversation.
And speaking of,
Is that actually Teen Wolf's jersey, or is that they had a big man that was so fat? It was like a bald, fat dude in high school. Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about, right? On the team
Teen
that
Wolf
he was
is
passing to.
teammate.
I wonder what jersey that actually is. Did you fact check that's Teen
I know
Wolf's
who you're
jersey
talking to.
number? Or
Yes.
is it the fat guys?
No, it is 100%. 42 was Teen Wolf, and I'll show
That would have
you.
been great if he got burned and got the fat guy.
Kramer, I'm slacking you the photo of who Colby's talking about. That the big man was 55. And he had a similar game as to me. A lot of mid-range jumpers, boxing out, getting rebounds.
Oh boy.
If you haven't seen Teen Wolf, they made a sequel to that I never saw.
Wait, that says 40. Hold on, I got to show the audience. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a 42 here. Oh, what?
No, that's not.
Is that
No, this is 55. What are you talking about?
I'm just comparing it to you.
Yes.
Can you put your arms up like that, please? Okay.
It's 42. It's honors. They honor Jackie Robinson in Teen Wolf. Little known fact there.
Very nice.
Is that John Cook?
Both pioneers.
Also, Arizona gonna know about the humidifier game in Vegas. Florida will not. The dry heat. There'll be reptile skin cracks. Give me Arizona. Ultimate hangover spot. JMU and Akron made the cut. Why? Because I love Akron basketball.
I mean, don't offend me. I going out of my way. I know you guys are in football mode over here, but me,
Yeah.
we live in. Well, you guys, you know, I stay. My sword stays sharp, guys. I know you guys just you sit over there, you tune
Sword
out, but
stays sharp.
I'll tell you who's sword sharp right now. It's Moneyline Mac. JMU. Akron laying 8 points. I of course will be on Akron. Are you joining me, Colby? You going to take those queer little bulldogs with their crowns?
Well, JMU spends. That's why Virginia Tech's turned into a dumpster fire and all sports.
Oh, here we go.
Like, is JMU spends. Look, they only had 2 real returning guys come back this year, but they go out and get Bradley Douglas from Georgia Southern. He balled out there at Georgia Southern, and a few other key guys. So I think they could stay within this number. Although this Akron team, I do think will be a contender in the MAC yet again. John Gross always does a great job there. So, yeah, JMU. This is part of the Sun Belt. I love this opening day thing they're doing. Sun Belt MAC Challenge. They did this last year, but it wasn't opening day. I like this even better. There's a bunch of these games scattered, guys. Sharpen that sword, Sean. Sharpen that sword. Why is that hard to say?
I don't know, because you're thinking about Moneyline Mac popping a Viagra and hanging out on a college campus.
I'm Bill Belichick. Come hang out with me.
You want to come over here and talk 3-4 defense?
You want to
talk about get some penetration.
I'm with you, Colby. JMU getting 8 points. All the money they've spent on this program, all good points. But who is Akron to be laying 8 points? I get it, they're at home, but JMU is going to be live here.
I think the fear of how we don't hit this is just Akron returning so much production, but they also, you know, I feel like Akron, when they're heavy favorites, is when I normally like to jump on the dog. They kind of play with their food historically. When
it's
true.
Favorite.
They're better as a dog.
Yeah,
definitely.
I wouldn't Google how the James Madison's family got all their money.
Okay. Note to self.
Wouldn't look into that. Good luck, guys. Good
Thank
luck
you.
backing that. In those sins. Arkansas State, Ohio. We're heading to Athens, Ohio. This one feels like it didn't need to make the cut. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Ohio -3. Colby, explain yourself.
It didn't need to make the cut. Ohio beat your Wahoos in the tournament there a couple years ago.
Not my Wahoos.
I know, buddy. But look, Ohio is always one of the better teams in the MAC, and you know, Bowles does a great job with them. They return a decent amount of production. They add 4 guys from the portal, but Arkansas State is the team that I think is getting a lot of preseason hype. They're projected to win the Sun Belt. They went out and just bought a roster too. So I mean, you look at the guys they've brought in. They brought in guys from major minutes at decent programs. So the question is how fast can Arkansas State get these guys to be cohesive? But they're the team that I would say is kind of stealing some of the preseason headlines. TJ Cardwell coming in from Mississippi State. This guy that played very well for them at times. I think as much as I love Ohio's culture, I think you got to trust the talent of what Arkansas State's doing here. So I'm going to take Arkansas State to go in there and win outright.
I'm with Colby. Give me Arkansas State catching 3. Ohio, to your point, Colby, good team, good program, but they don't exceed expectations often. They were 12-19 ATS last year against the number, and that's not someone I'm looking to lay points at, especially opening day here with a potentially underrated Arkansas State team coming to town. So give me the red back. What's their Arkansas State, Colby? The Red Wolves.
Yeah,
the Red Razorbacks. The Red Wolves.
They're the Indians, but since it was Halloween, that mascot I had to put up there. Ohio's a team that gets blasted in the portal year after year. I feel like that's one thing they've been adjusting to. Remember when they had Ben Vanderplas a couple years ago, and he transferred out to UVA after he beat him. They've had a hard time retaining some of their top talent, but Arkansas State's going to be must watch this year just to see how fast and they can come together. They could be a tournament team.
He was talking about someone getting blasted in the portal. Couldn't help but think about Bill Belichick as played by Moneyline Mac.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Went over my fucking head.
Colby.
Okay.
So I assume that this Arkansas State's coach is one of these coaches that brought in a G League team. His only head coaching experience was the Birmingham squadron of the G League. he has international and NBA experience.
Well, he's a Nate Oates guy, man. He's a Nate Oates guy. So he'll cover up a murder, right?
Well,
that's how you know
the heat is in the hat,
right?
Well, but he up until the time where he coached for Nate Oates, he was in professional basketball of sorts. So I mean he internationally and in the NBA, it strikes me as a is this one of these grown man teams?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think this team is certainly older.
Give me Arkansas State.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy once coached for the Guangzhou Long Lions.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he coached in the Israeli league.
Is that in Spain? Where is that, Colby?
That is in Guangzhou, Guangdong.
Guangdong, I think is how you would say.
Wait, I think you messed it up.
Cox.
Guangzhou.
That's what you wanted.
It's in Guangzhou, Guangdao of the Chinese Basketball Association. He's also coached in the community college levels of Alabama. He's also coached in the G League multiple times. And German professional league. He's been in the Israeli professional league. This is a very interesting hire here. Champion of the Israeli State Cup 2019.
They're going to be nasty, I think, this year. It just matters, can they get out ahead of it in November?
Yeah, you got to do some scouting reports on these coaches. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Boston College taking on Florida Atlantic down in Boca Raton. Colby, you need that dive mask back on here. We're hitting the beach.
Well, I mean, for what? Boston College? Is that a shot at Boston College?
What do you mean? No, I'm saying we're on the beach. We're in Boca Raton, Florida. It's Florida Atlantic.
Oh, but they were a Final Four team not long ago. Boston College has been the team that's been a fucking disgrace. Big year for Earl Grant, man.
I'm just pointing out there's beaches near Florida Atlantic.
I got you.
Colby took that personally.
There was no other.
What are you saying about life's the beach with Boston College? What are you saying, Kramer?
BC's laying 1.5. Colby, what do you like?
Well, I spoke to Coach Earl Grant at
huge
ACC
flex.
Media
Love this.
Days. Me and him, talk a little ball. He was optimistic about his team, but I kind of got the feeling that he was kind of throwing one past me. He brings in Chase Forte from South Dakota, and he brings in Aiden Shaw from Missouri. Besides that, I just don't think this team is super talented. I thought this hire when it first happened, I thought, maybe it could work out. He was decent, on the mid-major level, but I think this is a make or break year for him. And I just don't see the talent on this team. So when you go down to the old folks home in Del Boca Vista and take on this FAU team, I think this FAU team is going to take a step forward. I know they lost a bunch of guys in the portal. but I think that their team is actually decently talented. I feel like the line reflects it. Also, I think that you're going to see this thing basically be at a pick by the time this thing tips. So I'm going to take FAU with the home crowd. They've kind of built that thing in. They returned Moretti, I think it is the point guard. They go out to Belgium and bring in a guy. They bring in a guy from France. They bring in a guy from Germany who was born in 2001, I think it was. So I mean, yeah, give me the older team that's been to the Final Four more recently at home in front of their decent crowd.
Where did the coach come from for FAU?
Jacobs, you're saying?
Yeah,
Jacobs came from. Where did he come from?
I'm looking him up right now. Oh, Baylor. That's right.
Yeah, and you mentioned Belgium. Shout out to Kickoff, Belgium bar over there in Belgium. That
it's a Belgian bar in Belgium.
Yeah,
correct?
as so would happen.
Just wanted to lock that down.
I'm definitely confirming one Kickoff.
Are you making sure it's in Belgium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it's like a Belgian bar in Belgium.
I think you might have just having that moment where
there's a guy who runs a bar there that's a listener, and we mailed them a case of lighters. I had to lie of what was in it to get it in through Belgian customs, but Kickoff is the name of the bar. Hit him up on Discord if you're ever in Belgium. Benny Stocks is the Discord name.
Nice.
I'm with you, Colby. FAU here at home is a smash spot for all the reasons you laid out. This is also just a fade of BC. Who are they to be a 1.5 point road favorite to start the season?
Has Colby ever thrown a coach under the bus like that before, based on a personal interaction?
No, I mean that is a bad sign.
Yeah, I mean,
now he's like Colby started out as like just a super
bull.
He just started out as a super fan, and now he's like a cynical beat reporter. He's like, I've heard all the shit over the years. You're gonna try to pull the wool over old Dundee's eyes. Not this time. Kramer, what are you doing? You taking FAU?
Yeah,
FAU. He's got real estate down there in Boca Vista. Let's go.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Hey, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Of course, use the promo code SGPN. Once the college basketball season tips off, they're going to have pick 'em for college basketball as well. You can win up to 5,000 extra money. I'm sure Colby, Moneyline Mac, Noah Beanick going to be giving you some nice plays over on the Underdog Fantasy. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you use the promo code SGPN. Go to Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN to get started today. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Use the promo code SGPN 25. The numbers are not quite live yet, but they will be early next week. So you can start building your own college basketball models. Of course, track your picks and plays in Rhythm, the models that you build, and show off which ones are most successful. You have a chance to win $1,000. Download the Rhythm app today and use the promo code SGPN 25.
I don't know if you guys wanted to impromptu build a little. What happened here? Build a little entry, but they do have some numbers up on Underdog for college basketball.
What do you got, Kramer?
All right, so we have the games they have up are the Arizona Florida game, the Villanova BYU game, and then the Texas Duke game. So is there anyone from the any of those games? We already talked about the Arizona Florida game, Colby. Any angles?
I'm pulling it up right now so I see these numbers. But well, have you guys? We'll get to Duke in a second, but they have the Boozer brothers. They're highly touted.
How's their hairline?
Cameron Boozer.
They haven't applied the shit from football. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about. The shit.
Eye black.
Yeah. Jesus.
I just watched.
Yeah.
I saw a highlight of was it Jaylen Brown on the Celtics rubbing against someone and all this black shit going on to the white jersey of the defender, as if I guess he colors in his hair like LeBron. I don't understand these guys. They paint their heads. Remember when Carlos Boozer came with the
hair paint's a weird move. Also, you're a dude in the NBA. Head shave is just a thing that works. Michael Jordan pioneered that for you guys. Roll with it. Cameron Boozer, Colby.
Oh, shit, this picture's so fun. Sorry, I'm bringing it up.
Again? You put it up, yeah. Yeah, I would take the higher on him, and also I was thinking Jaden Bradley being the veteran at Arizona. I'll take the higher than what was it, 12.5 points.
So higher Cameron Boozer, 18.5 points, and higher Jaden Bradley, 12.5 points. $100 entry returns you $300. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN.
No special basketball boost. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got distracted. I really did want to. Let me just pull up this Carlos Boozer painted head picture.
One of the best moments ever. Was not talked about enough, in my opinion. Like, I remember maybe perhaps being at a party watching him. I think this was in the playoffs, if memory serves me correct. When he wore this ridiculous paint on his head, and we had like a room of 20 people just rolling. They're like, no way, that shit is real.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it looks like a bowling ball.
Well, because LeBron tried some shit like at the top of his head, but like this one was just. This one was just.
I'm sorry, I can't. It's like a balding site I'm on. It's got all these pop up. Here we go. Oh man, I mean, it's almost like the Sammy Sosa thing, where if you describe it to someone, it's not. It's not believable. It's not believable.
No,
it looks like some Spock from like Star Trek or something.
It reminds me of Bobby Valentine, the Mets. Remember when he pulled that shit with the Mets, and he went out in the crowd, he got thrown out of the game, and he went up like that. Doesn't that remind you of the same shit Bobby Valentine?
How shiny his head is. What? Why? What? Like, you think people aren't gonna? Like,
he needed I guarantee you he was not in a relationship, because someone should have told him right then. Right.
That line is so straight.
Well, it's go out the house looking like this.
Yeah, you don't have a old lady and you don't have any friends. Like, there's two of those groups. One of them would have stopped you.
Yeah, I mean, this is an unreal. I just don't understand how has this ever. This is like a woman getting plastic surgery.
Yeah.
There's a 0% chance you're going to be like, it's going to be working for you in the future. And with this, how has this ever worked? How has anyone been like, damn,
also in his defense, this is an aerial view. Most people he didn't expect the cameras to be focusing down on the head. It still looked pretty bad.
He plays his job is playing a sport that's viewed on like internationally, and there's tons of cameras all over the place.
He's a millionaire. That's when you don't need hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also that.
I'm not a millionaire. I don't need hair. I'm doing all right.
Hold on. Shout out to Leg Show in the chat. So Duke this year has Caden Boozer and Cameron Boozer coming in. Cameron Boozer is a 5-star who might be incredible, and Caden Boozer was a top 20, I think a top 25 or top 50 recruit as well. So, they're going to be very good again.
All right. Did we? Oh, so we just we don't have. Am I skipping the next game on the sheet?
Yep.
Okay. Cleveland State. Loyola, Chicago -14.5 for I guess the Fighting Sister Jeans.
There's the patch.
5 p.m. on the West Coast. This one's in Chicago. I did try to get us a future. The Circa is not willing to open up the number yet.
Bastards.
Sounds like all the stuff Colby talked about in terms of these teams being grown ass men and the mid majors being a little bit of a wild card. I don't know. I'd be curious to know if anyone can tell me what a Loyola Chicago national championship price looks like. I assume it's.
I'll book it.
I was telling you to get the 810 price. I was not telling you to get the natty price.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Come on, Colby.
We were on different pages.
I thought we were going big game hunting.
This seems like a good spot for Cleveland State, right, Colby? What are you doing here?
Well, there's a tragic magic situation. Those are that they'll be wearing the
Sister Jean patches,
which Kramer I still have not purchased, but he gave me direct orders to.
This is me. This is remember when Sister G was sitting in the chair with the fist out and no one gave her a fist bump? That was me. I would have fist bumped her. Just cruel.
This is ridiculous.
Nice old lady.
The karma.
Isn't this number a little high though?
Well, look, I mean, Cleveland State, Rob Summers done a good job. He came over from, he was part of Dennis Gates' staff, and they brought in Ice Emery at the point spot. Anyone named Ice, I think, is a fantastic human. He comes over from Western Carolina with the Cats. They also, they bring in a slew of transfer guys. That's the hard thing is Loyola Chicago historically at home has been a force. And then you add in the tragic Magic situation. As much as I would love to get behind the Cleveland State angle because Loyola doesn't score much, the momentum, the crowd, I'm sure they're going to honor it. They got the fucking.
It's going to be nuts.
I think this is lock potential here. You got to lay it with Loyola.
Yeah, no, this is a rare get up spot opening night again. Normally, if it's opening night and you're playing an inferior opponent, there's not motivation to light it up. But against this Cleveland State Vikings team, they're going to do just that. Ramble on, Loyola.
What do we know about Rob Summers?
Double dare host.
Colby.
He was with Dennis Gates. What do you mean besides that?
Oh, I'm just curious. Yeah, the man doesn't have a ton of experience.
Yeah, he was part of that staff. So
went to college at Penn State and West Virginia. He pulled a Mac progression there. Looks like he finished school at Penn State and then decided to do a little bit of time over at West Virginia. All right, it is a lot of points, Sean, and they will have other things on their mind.
Yeah, distraction angle.
I think it's disgusting that Sean.
On my mind, Gene, was pussy.
That's Colby. Do you know who that is?
I do.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Robin Quivers.
Yeah.
From
from
Private
Parts.
Yeah.
WNBC. You know what? Give me Cleveland State.
Oh wow, I'm the bad guy.
Well, it's disgusting that Sean is taking Loyola Chicago here. I can't possibly agree with him, so I'll take the points. BYU Villanova. This one's in Vegas. Underdog had numbers for some of the projections here. This one's on Tuesday.
That's a real no. BYU Nova's on Monday night. Did
okay.
I fuck that up? Yeah,
maybe
it's on Monday night.
Villanova BYU Monday night in Vegas. I assume this is after the Arizona Florida game in the T-Mobile Center. Okay. BYU laying 7.5. BYU has the best player in the country, number one pick in the NBA draft.
We'll see. There's a lot of hype with this team. They brought in that. Not only did they return, a decent amount of production with like Cada, their big man, Richie Saunders, and Dawson Baker, but also they go out, they get one of Baylor's better players, Robert Wright, and then they get the top recruit in the nation. They pay him to come in. I still have a hard time saying his name. AJ DeBansa.
You got it.
Yeah. Look, Kevin Young is an NBA coach. He overachieved my expectations from a year ago in year one. And what did Villanova go do? They hired Maryland's sitting head coach Kevin Willard, who obviously they brought in a team full of transfers. Devin Askew, who's been in college for like a fucking 20 years, I feel like, comes in as well, and they bring in a couple nice recruits. But I'm just not a Kevin Willard guy. And also Vegas, sneaky Mormon town. They're gonna have that crowd, the excitement. BYU is going to get it done. Lay the 7.5 against.
No Cats. Way. Cats are hanging around. They looked really good in that preseason game. I think this is a good spot for Villanova. This is going to be like a 4 or 5 point game. You're crazy to lay 7.5 against Villanova. I get it. BYU might have the crowd. They're excited, but 7.5 is a lot of points against a competent Villanova team.
I'm wondering what, and that's a real number. That's not me.
No.
Do you think this gets bet down by the time Monday night comes around, or you think this stays the same?
Yeah, I think so. I think people are going to look at Villanova. I mean, Ken Palm has him 50th ranked. He has this game as a 5 point game. 7.5, I think it's just a hair high for this. The Villanova team's not going to be bad. I think, and we'll see with BYU, a lot of question marks, a lot of hype. Villanova's under the radar. Give me Villanova.
Yeah. Kevin Willard's a bum. Maryland. The best thing that happened to Maryland was him getting hired to go to Villanova so they could bring in Buzz Williams to correct the program. Oh my God. I am so excited to be a Maryland fan this year. It's gonna be very exciting.
Virginia Tech have a team this year, Ryan?
Yeah, of course. Did you not remember when Colby told us that Mike Young thinks this is the best team he's had ever at Virginia Tech? Lay the points with BYU here. This is not the Garden. This is not an East Coast venue. Villanova is going to be.
They had support there for the college basketball tournament last year.
Well, I'm sure they have some support. I'm just saying,
in Vegas. I'm saying
for this random early season game that no one gives a shit about because football's still on. BYU is going to take over.
Villanova will have the crowd.
Vegas is a low key Mormon town. This is going to be a massive BYU crowd, and there's all this hype. You're crazy. Colby's right. UNC Greensboro, Kansas State. We're heading to Manhattan, Kansas. This one's on Tuesday, Colby, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Slide.
Kansas State laying 16.5. You gave me some beautiful information earlier today about this Kansas State team, Colby.
Of course. I mean, look, and I'm a Greensboro, a big fan of Greensboro's program over the years. I went out and caught a game or two last year, and look, they lost a ton of guys from last year's team. So I mean, it's kind of a brand new team they're throwing together. And they Jerome Tang is kind of in a make or break year, I think, at Kansas State. He needs to win this year. It was a great first season.
Play that Robin Quivers sound drop again.
The only thing on my mind, Gene.
Tang.
Pussy.
But he's been up and down over honestly, that year one was awesome. They go to the Elite Eight with Marquise Noel. Since then, it's been rough seas. So,
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
But this year in the portal, they've added some nice pieces, bringing in Kamari McGriff from Wilmington, who I liked his game there. PJ Haggerty from Memphis, and then the big one, who you're referring to, is our boy from Bowling Green, Marcus Johnson. Cue the tape.
I mean, I turned the sound up, but just watch this big man move. I mean, he is silky.
Oh,
this was one of the highlights. Was me losing money on him Friday nights at the Circle last year because they weren't always covering the number. But God damn, look at that big man move.
It's awesome. It's like those guys playing rec league basketball who are all. This guy's a huge future in the big. What is it? The 3-man tournament, Ice Cube.
This is an unstoppable.
The big three.
This is an unstoppable college basketball player. He plays under the rim, and you still can't stop him.
And K-State has him now.
Now,
eventually, if you're listening to this on the audio side, it's like in many ways like a big baby Davis, but like better stroke.
No, but better shot, better ball movement.
Yeah,
but
he's
similar
a point
vibe.
Forward. I mean, here's
also
what I would say.
In Patty C's house.
He's Lamar Odom with an extra 150. He's like Lamar Odom after all the bad stuff happened to him. Put on 150 pounds.
He's a hair
but
short,
can still
though.
ball. Yeah, and shorter.
Yeah, we're definitely taking this guy. Kansas State minus 16.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
My only concern is that I laid points with him a lot last year. No, they were not laying points very often. But yeah, I mean, he's awesome. We've adopted a couple teams. I got Maryland, a new team that I'll be rooting for. I'm firmly on the Tang gang, I guess, in Kansas State this year, and our guy Marcus Johnson laid the points. That's the best part about starting college basketball early. Yeah. Just being reminded of all the things that you love.
All the characters.
I'll let you know. Blue Cane still at Georgia. You still
no way. Let's go.
Right.
Kramer liked that guy way too much.
I love Blue Cane. He's Casper from Kids.
He definitely slid into his DMs, right?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm a supporter of. Lately I've just been DMing with Leo Scadaboo. No big deal. Duke. Texas catching 7.5 points here. This one's being played in Charlotte. I'm assuming some sort of neutral site. McGillicuddy, 5:45 p.m. on the West Coast. Late tip for the East Coasters. Is this some sort of neutral site or quote unquote neutral site?
Vitale tournament or some shit like that. But yeah, I think they're. I mean, it's probably for maybe cancer research. I'm not sure, but Dick Vitale, it's to honor him. I think.
Love Dickie V.
You know who the new head coach of Texas is?
Sean Miller, baby.
The great Sean Miller. Some say great, some say average, but yeah. And he went out. I mean, first off, they returned Jordan Pope and Tremont Mark. They went out and bought a bunch of players as well. We'll see how this works. This is another one where they added some guys from a couple countries. And then And then Duke is extremely young. That almost got them to the Natty last year. They're basically trying to do that again. I mean, Malik Brown's back. I think he's much healthier. Obviously, he was injured last year. I'm curious to see how many minutes he gets out the gate. But the freshman play, I'd say with the home crowd, even though it's not Cameron Indoor Stadium, I will lay it with the Dukies. I'm not a big Sean Miller guy, man. I always thought he was a little overrated. I think he like failed upward. He got a little bit of Cliff Kingsbury in him, where like Cliff Kingsbury was terrible at Texas Tech, gets fired, and the next thing you know, he's like the Cardinals head coach. You're like, what? You're like,
yeah, Sean Miller. It's like, when did he ever do it on a consistent basis for like a long time though?
Yeah, but the second time Xavier was not nearly. I mean, they were like a bubble team every year.
Well, no, Arizona went poorly. He went back to Xavier, and now Texas, the C's part, and he's now like at one of the richest programs in the country.
Yeah, I'm with Colby. I'm just a little skeptical of it. This feels like a smash spot. It's like essentially a home game for Duke. Show off the Boozer Bros. No, this is a smash spot.
Did he ever overperform at Arizona?
No, the expectations were really high, weren't they?
I think his first time at Xavier's when he overperformed.
But I'm just Xavier for sure. I'm just you kind of have to measure a coach by how often they overperform, and it feels like at Arizona he was constantly underperforming.
Yeah, not someone I want to bet on.
That's the handicap.
Texas, right? If there's one thing, I know Duke is public enemy number one to most, but not Pick.D. That is Texas. Fuck Texas. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, in the words of Herm Edwards, I don't mess with no devil. Be careful saying horns up around those Blue Devils, Longhorns fans.
I think I might go.
He's just flexing all over the place.
So man. everyone on Duke laying the 7.5. Kramer, I assume you're on Duke.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right, time for some locks and a dog. 3 locks and one money.
3 locks.
One money line dog. Colby, lock number 1.
Lock number 1 will be well, I don't want to give out my dog. Then let's go with right there. Let's go Duke minus 7.5. All right,
solid lock.
Let's then take JMU plus the 8.
Okay, like that.
And then let's take High Point minus 4 as the third lock. And the dog, what is the most value I can give my clientele there? Let's go with I think it's Arizona. They're gonna have that crowd. Arizona's gonna win that thing. Yeah, let's go.
For me, Loyola minus 14.5. Ramble on, sweet sister Jean. My other lock, Villanova plus 7.5. My other lock, give me Arizona plus 3.5. I'm with Colby. I think they're live on the money line, but I'll take the free 3.5. And last but not least, Arkansas State on the money line. Goodbye spot for the better team there. Kramer,
FAU lock, Arizona lock, Colgate lock.
Colgate was close to being a lock.
Money line, Queens
on the money line.
Yeah.
Okay,
Colby, give me an update when I win my bet.
So yeah, Kramer's gonna be up at 5 a.m.
Not gonna be up at 5
watching like Formula 1 and fucking
no
New Delhi or some shit, right?
A Formula 1 thing that was a pandemic problem. I've
really. You're not doing Formula 1 anymore.
I keep in touch with what's going on, but I'm not spending any time watching the races.
Sean, he used to push us that that Netflix documentary, like he was selling us drugs.
It's good. I'd still say it's good.
You got to try it.
It is good. There is something fun about rich guys traveling the world, trying to take money from horrible people and constantly trying to cheat. If they're open about what all the other sports leagues really are.
College basketball is back. Of course, make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience Nightly Picks podcasts. Download them and watch them on YouTube, wherever you get your pods. Also subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast Network feed. All the podcasts, which we do, are putting out 5 or 6 podcasts a day. We got NHL, college basketball, college football, NBA, NFL, MLB,
CFL.
Soccer. We don't have CFL
for now.
We're trying to get
the Grey Cup.
We're trying to get Kramer bleep out the CFL.
So am I alive with my Calgary future? Or did they not make the play? Oh,
okay.
We're
Look
alive.
out.
CFL is not canceled yet. CFL's not canceled yet.
And yes, as always, check us out over on VSiN Friday night, 10 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Pacific. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan.
You can also check us out at the Craps Table at 11 p.m. Pacific.
Kramer, let it ride.